What is going on, everybody? It is AFC77 here. Bringing you some TDM on Frost on Black Ops 2. But today's not gameplay. I probably shouldn't fucking introduced it. Today is about the commentary. I haven't made a video in a month, and CFC has been busting my balls to do it, so here it is. I don't have any excuse for not making a video the last month. I've just not done it, basically. But today I'm off work. I had the whole day off, so yeah. Anyway, what do I want to talk? I want to talk about the media today, and social media and its influences and shit. Now, I've done a couple of essays on this in school in the last year. And I thought I had a few good points. Like, and the essays usually got graded well. But my English in them was pretty shit. But yeah. So I guess the first point I want to make is social media, like Facebook, Snapchat, and shit. No, its flaws and its perfections. Like, nothing is perfect, but as Facebook, I guess the main thing is you can keep in touch, you can upload fucking videos, shit like that, photos, keep in touch with family, as I said. But then there's the opposite side where, like, obviously cyberbullying, that's a big common factor everywhere. But, like, I'm not saying, like, bullying's, you can't eradicate bullying. Bullying's gonna happen everywhere, no matter what. It's just, you can't eradicate it. It's a big thing this day and age, like, with people committing suicide over it, and it's mainly social bullying. And there's been big campaigns about it and shit, but then again, we can't eradicate it. It's gonna happen anyway. But yeah, so that's like that's Facebook. But then the Snapchat. Okay, right, I'm gonna just go straight into it. Girls sending nudes and wondering why boys fucking screenshot them and send them to their friends. You should know better about the person that you're sending fucking nudes to if they're gonna screenshot it and send it to their friends. You should know that person, because if that happens to you and you say, oh, I've known him a couple of days, I only know him through Snapchat, then you fucking know the problem. You shouldn't send him fucking nudes. I'm sorry. I'm being the dickhead, fuck it. Like, if you're gonna be stupid enough to send him to a boy that you barely know, then obviously you're gonna get, like, done for it. So in that way, it's kind of your fault, but boys shouldn't do it anyway. They should have some sense of respect for the girl, and the girl should be able to trust them. But if you're going to do it to a boy that you know is a dickhead, just because he has good looks or drives or fucking something, you just don't do it. Do it to a boy that you trust. Not saying that sending news is correct or anything like that, but just saying, if you're going to do it to someone fucking right. Not some dickhead that's going to embarrass you in front of your whole school because you got an inverted fucking nipple or something. Anyway, so that's pretty much social media. You know, the media as in newspapers. The impact and influence that media has, like newspapers, the news, anything like that has today is fucking crazy. An incident happened where I was in work last week, and one of the kids came up to me, and he was in the queue, like, waiting to get on the thing to that, and he was like, wait, that sounds fucking wrong. Okay, basically I work on sort of an amusement ride. Okay, so there was a queue. And the kid came up to the front of the queue, and he was like, but she was like, hey, is this a loom band? And she, like, picked up this thing off a rack. I was like, yeah, that's a loom band. She was like, you know, these give you cancer? And I was just standing there, I was kind of thinking, like, okay, right, I'm going to take this on board. And I work with a Polish guy, and he kind of looked at me, and he was like, I don't believe that. And I was like, I wouldn't totally believe it myself, because, like, this is what I don't get. They're selling, what's it, are they, carcinogens, material, I suppose, to young kids. I don't think that would be allowed completely. Like, I don't believe that to an extent. She's like, oh yeah, I read that in the newspaper, it was on the newspaper. I was like, I just said to her straight with her parents, I said, don't believe everything you read in the newspaper. And she was just like, oh, but it was in the newspaper, it must be correct. And I was just, it was a perfect example of the influence that the social, or that media has, on kids and anybody for that case. So I just kind of thought about it for a while in my head, and I thought, you know what, maybe she was right, maybe it is a carcinogenic material, or carcinogen, whatever, but I can't see it being, like, she probably read the story a bit more maybe, and it was like, oh, if over time or some shit, I don't know, maybe the material was a carcinogen and it was safe the way it was, I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I was kind of thinking, like, fuck, if that's a child telling me this, like a child reading a newspaper headline. I was like, oh, right, okay, a child telling me this, I didn't even see this myself. Like, there's been other incidents where, like, the media totally blow out of proportion the actual story in order to just. That's how newspapers make their money. They put up this big headline that has no relevance to this. Well, it does have a bit of relevance, the smallest bit of relevance to the story. They blow it all out of proportion just so they can sell the newspaper. That's how they make their money. By blowing everything out of proportion. And people are like, oh, this person died. Oh wait, he was only a relation to this person. That's how they make their money, and people just look past that and just forget it. But then again, I'm the same. Sometimes like I get caught, it catches my eye. That's what it is. It catches people's eyes, and that's why they pick it up and they read it and they want more. So they decide to buy the newspaper so they can go home and read it. That's how newspapers make their money, and that's how shops make their money. So yeah, guys. Anyway, this has been AFC 737. I just wanted to talk about that today. If you liked the video, please drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye. Have a great time.